Hello YouTube, welcome to the dojo. You're here with Samurai Man, and today we have the Transformers Combiner Wars Breakdown figure. And he looks magnificent. I love him. Breakdown, I think he is my favorite of the Stunticons. You know, I've always thought of the Stunticons and Breakdown's usually the one to come to mind. I really do like his design and his color scheme and all that. So I think I can say Breakdown is my favorite of the Stunticons. Plus, he is based off of a Lamborghini, so that helps. I really do like Lamborghinis. Which is why I also really like Sideswipe. And Sunstreaker. But anyways, and Riddler. But anyways, so yeah, here he is. He looks great. You can see he's kind of an off-white. He's not exactly white. He's like an icing, like a frosting on a cake kind of white. Kind of like that. That's how I imagine it, you know. Not perfectly white, but a creamy white. So you can see that's how it's coming off there. He's got some nice blue highlights at the bottom there, all along the bottom of his vehicle mode. He's got blue, just very dark navy blue. It looks really good, really well together with the white. So I do like that. So that's nice. Good amount of panel lining, not too bad. Very nicely done. Got some vents here at the top. And he's got that fin at the back. Classic, like that. So a very fast-looking sports car. That's what the Stunticons are, so of course he's going to be that. And I really like the fact that they painted the rims. I'm glad we're getting back to that. I'm looking at my Stunticons now, and I think... yeah, looks like all of them got painted, so that's good. I like that. That's always appreciated. And then also he's got some very nice red, but again, it's not like a deep red. It's kind of a glittery red. You can definitely see some glitter in it if you tilt it at the right angle. I don't know if you can really see it with my camera, but it's definitely there. Silver for these headlights, which are really interesting looking. He's got he's got three on each side, so I really like that. That's an interesting design, and I like how it's not like it doesn't look like there's plastic over the lights like you'd see on a normal headlight. They're straight up like headlights, so it's kind of got like a more 3D effect. If you look at it from the angle, you can see that it's raised, and I think that looks really cool. And then a nice Decepticon logo that's interesting again with the color scheme. It's not quite the dark purple we're used to. It's more of a lavender, if I might say so myself. So I like what they're doing with the color scheme, how it's a little its own uniqueness. And it's a lot different than you normally see on a normal toy or anything. So I really do like that. And you can see that his weapon does plug onto the roof. It's really the only spot that will work. Unfortunately, there's a bar, like... right there, you can see in the peg hole, there's a bar. I don't know why. So you can't quite get it flush, so it kind of sticks out a little. Don't know why they did that, and there's really nowhere else to plug it in. You have this back port for the combiner accessory, but it doesn't work if you do it like this. That doesn't work. So, and if you do it like this, again, it doesn't really work. I mean, maybe if you want to put like a flag on it or something, that'd be kind of cool, maybe. But, yeah, no. So that's really the only place. If you look at the undercarriage, pretty well hidden. There's nothing really here that says robot mode. Well, except for the hands right here. But that's about it. You can kind of see the torso. But for the most part, it blends in very well. Everything's pretty well hidden. So I do like that. I like the shape of the windows here as well. I didn't point that out earlier. But I do like the fact that it's kind of like got an angry feel to it with all the edges, the points and everything. It's got like that angry eye kind of design. And if you look at the front, again, the windshield also has its own unique pattern here. It's not just a square. It's got kind of this indentation here. And it says 15 Racing. I don't know if that's based off the G1 toy. Maybe they had that sticker or something. I'll have to check, but I feel like that's probably something G1 related. I don't know. But it's nice. I like it. So overall, very well done vehicle mode. I'm very happy with it. So let's go ahead and transform him and see what he goes into. So to transform our breakdown, we'll just start by splitting up the back and taking these feet and bring them down. They do just accordion down, as you can see. Split them up here. That blue bit, there's a 2 tab section, and you want to get them split together. Bring them down until they peg in properly, I believe. Yeah, there's a tab right on the inside of that blue part, if you can see it. You want to get that lined up, get everything here lined up. And then, let's see, it's on a hinge as well, that there's a white bit there. It's kind of hard to do, at least from my angle, but I think I got it. There you go, okay, got it. Nothing really like clicks or anything on this part, but, I mean, you feel the tightness of it, so you know it's in. So there you go, and then just flip down the feet here. Ta-da, we've got feet. And you can see here the hips are on hinges, actually. You can see, power transformation, everything, they are kind of codependent on each other. Oops, that popped out. But yeah, you kind of just have to like work with it. I mean, it'll go into place once we get them fully transformed, but that's how that works. Take the arms here. You can already see they just fold down. They're on, you know, ball joints. You can see at the elbows and ratchets. Actually, it's like a double joint. So you have that there, and kind of just take this whole chunk here. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it from the sides here if we can. Let's see. I'm trying to get a good grip because what you want to do is take this windshield and bring it back like that. There you go. Take the whole front section here, bring it down like that. There you go. And now we've got him pretty much all done. He's just missing his head. But we'll bring up this bit here. You can see it's on a hinge. I just brought that up. And then do it on this side as well. It's very tight hinge, so you don't have to worry about it flopping about when you're using him in his robot mode. And then take the legs. I believe what you're supposed to do is just kind of like bring them up like this. Kind of makes them shorter, but I think that's what you're supposed to do just to make it look a little bit more cohesive because his legs aren't quite at the same length when they're extended the way I had them. Oh, and then take these back here fins. It'll make your heel spurs. There you go. No wonder he wasn't standing. Now the legs are done. So yeah, you want to make sure to flip those down for heel spurs. So once you're done with the legs, what you want to do is just fold out these arms here. Get them out of the way. There you go. And this is actually pretty complicated, but what you want to do is untab this front piece here. And then you want to flip back the windshield. We had the windshield originally like that. You want to get it out of the way, flip it like that. And then we're just going to kind of move this, because this is actually pretty complicated. What you want to do is, there's a lot of hinges going on. There's 1, 2, 3, I believe, yeah, there's 3 hinges going on right here. So you want to line up the tab with a tab hole, and then there's 2 tab holes here with 2 tabs at the chest. So you want to bring this in, and I think what I find is easiest, here you go, let's get that, there we go. I think what I find is easiest is trying to get these 2 tab holes lined up first, then getting this center tab lined up. I don't know why, but that just seems to be the easiest way to do it. So let's see. Like I said, it's not 100% easy, but I mean it's for sure doable. There you go. Push that back a little. There you go. So you got those 2 in. Now it's just a matter of lining up the center one. And I think I got it. Yes, I got it in. There we go. Next, we'll bring up the shoulders just to line them up. They fill in the gap right there. You can see goes right over it. And then bring up this one. They're really stiff. These shoulders are really stiff when you bring them up, so that's kind of a good thing. That way you make sure nothing's really like in the way. And then you just fold the backpack down like that. Kind of big backpack, but it's what it is. You can learn to get over it very easily, especially for Breakdown, because like I said, he is my favorite of the Stunticons. It's between him and Wild Rider, but really I think it's Breakdown. So there we go. Breakdown is transformed and ready to go. So Breakdown here looks amazing in his robot mode. Very G1-esque. He's definitely got that G1 vibe with his blockiness going on. Blocky chest, blocky head, blocky feet. So I'm definitely getting a G1 vibe from him. So that's good. That's always good. You can see he's got a lot of nice panel lining going on. He's got some vents for his abdomen. You can see his combiner port there in purple. He's got a nice little Decepticon logo. Again, that lavenderish color going on here at the bottom right of his abdomen, which is interesting. Again, it's not in the normal spot you normally see it, but it still looks very nice. Coming to the center of his chest here, he's got some more like circuitry going on, some rivetiness going on in his chest. Kind of looks like he's got big old pecs protruding out. So that's nice. His hand's got some pistons and some nice detail work going on as well. There's some inner vents going on with his shoulder there, you can see. So they did a really good amount of attention to detail when it comes to this guy, so I do like that. And also right above his knees, he also does have some, don't really know what they are, but they look like speakers, honestly, but I like them right there. You got 2 little circly things, they look like speakers, but that's okay. Go ahead and take his weapon here, and you can either use it as a gun. He does have a gun mode for it. You just, hold it like this. And wish it can go more down into his hand, but the holes are just a little too tight. But there it is. Not a bad weapon. He probably, actually, he definitely has the best weapon out of all of the Stunticons. His just looks the most like an actual weapon. The rest are just kind of eh. Well, I mean, Off-Road's is actually an axe, but the rest of them are kind of eh. But this guy, his looks cool. And then you can actually take it, flip it around. There you go. Make into a sword. Not a bad looking sword. That's a pretty cool looking sword. It's the gun blade, alright. He's Leon. He's officially the Transformer version of Leon. He's got the gun blade. So that's cool. This is actually very much like the gun blade. Just, he has more of a gun going on than blade. But still very cool. I do like that. That's awesome. Customize this guy. Somebody go ahead and customize him into a Leon. I'd be down for it. And that's cool. I like that. So let's go ahead and show off with his combiner weapon thing. What's weird is they painted his. I don't know why, but they decided to paint breakdowns, and the rest of them they did not. So I don't know what's up with that, but here it is. Can plug it into his other hand. I just don't know why they made him so tight, but there you go. Not a bad looking weapon, double-barreled blaster laser thing. I feel like the Aerobots got more realistic looking weapons, missiles and chain guns, machine guns, and stuff like that. And the Stunticons got more like lasers and Cybertronian-esque, you know, double-barrel blasters and stuff like that. I feel like I could see these weapons in Fall of Cybertron or War for Cybertron. So it's interesting that they decided to go that route with that. I don't know if that was intentional or not, maybe just to make it look more diverse, but it looks cool. Not a terrible looking weapon. Not the best. Again, they're a bit big to be, you know, weapons, but a bit small to be feet. Hands, I'd say just about right. But there you go. Let's go ahead and take a look at that head sculpt because it's pretty darn beautiful. So you can see Breakdown looks fantastic. Again, you can see that little Decepticon logo I was talking about. It's right there. Kind of light, but I like it. I do like that shade of purple going on. And I also really like the head sculpt. It's very G1. This is amazingly G1. He's got the mouth, nose, and eyes going on. The very blocky looking head. I do like that. He does have some nice little tiny bits of detail going on. It looks like he's got maybe some rivets, some circuitry at the top. So very well done. I like that. The orange comes off beautifully. Breakdown is known for having that orange on blue face with the white. It's just, his color scheme just really works for me. I think that's part of why I love him so much, is his color scheme just really works. And I love it when they do this with their faces, where they make their faces very contrasting with the rest of the body, or at least the head. Because usually for the faces you'll see like silver and maybe like black, maybe, or white. But I really like when they do like this orange, and then for Drag Strip it's like a very light blue, and then let's see, for Dead End it's kind of like a gold. Off-Road he's got like a very teal green, and then Wild Rider's got a red, and then Motormaster has purple, and then let's see, am I forgetting anyone? No, I think I listed all of them. Yeah, see, the Stunticons have a very diverse color palette for their faces, and I really like that. I'm a big fan of when they make them very like bright and unique colors. And then he's got that light blue kind of like, it looks like maybe metallic looking. I think actually, I don't know if it's blue. It's hard to see because his head, the top of his head, his forehead, kind of sticks out more, and his face is, or at least his eyes are a bit more sunken in. So you can already see like with the lighting, it's kind of hard to get in there. But it looks like it might be that same lavender they use for the Decepticon logo for the eyes. But it might be a light blue. It's just kind of hard to tell. Either way, it pops well. Again, contrasts well with the blue, the dark blue with the head, and the dark orange with the face. The light colored eyes really stand out. So I like it. Again, I'm a big fan of Breakdown, and what they've done here, I'm a big fan of. So that's awesome. I really hope that we get a Platinum Edition Stunticon team just so I can have him with his original self, and that would be awesome. So for the articulation, he does have ball jointed shoulders, and they go pretty much all the way 90 just because he does have this flap here, but it doesn't really hinder it too bad, so that's fine. And of course, since it's a ball joint, it can go all the way around. And then he does have a double bend at the elbow, actually. He has a ball joint here at the elbow, and then kind of more towards the bicep area, he's got a ratchet. So that's interesting. He really only needs the elbow, though. He's only using, well, using the ratchet a little bit, but the elbow is really doing a good job. But yeah, you can definitely use that ratchet as well. Nothing at the wrist, and then his waist does rotate here, and then his hips, he does have ball joints, so of course universal all around. Rotation with the thigh, kind of a bend at the knee. The knee was kind of a low point in the articulation. You can see it kind of just breaks off there. It's weird because he does have chunky legs. So the thighs and hips are normal size, but then when you get to the knee and below, it's really thick just because he uses a lot of the car mode. So that's unfortunate, but not bad. He can still get some pretty good poses, especially because he does have the inner hinge there, so his legs, I mean, it's not really supposed to, but they can kind of flip out like that. But it does become a little bit of helpful articulation, so he can still make some poses. And then his head, pretty good range. He can look all around, kind of up, kind of down. But it's not the worst, but it's not the best. Kind of just in between, you know, average. We'll give him a C. We'll give him a C for his head, but not bad. It is very blocky, so you can imagine where it'd be difficult to move it around. But definitely not bad. And for comparison, here I have him paired up with Dragstrip, his buddy, and they look great together. I think their heads are a little off as far as do they look like they're in the same line. Definitely Breakdown has more G1 look, where Dragstrip has a much more updated look. But not bad. I definitely like it. The rest of them seems great. They definitely embody their original G1 aesthetics and color schemes for the most part, at least, you know, for breakdown. Drag strip, could use a little bit more purple instead of this burgundy, but not bad, not bad. I like what I'm seeing. I can't wait to pair up the rest of them all together. They're going to look fantastic. I tell you that right now. So to get them in the limb mode, we'll start with the arm mode just because it's easier to go from robot mode to arm mode with pretty much every toy just because they're all pretty much based the same way. But you want to, like, pretty much all you want to do is transform him back into his vehicle mode, but not 100%. That's pretty much what arm mode usually is. It's just kind of just like half robot, half vehicle mode stretched out. That's basically what any arm mode is for pretty much every combiner. And then leg mode's pretty much just vehicle mode, but combiner ports exposed, and we moved some of the limbs out of the way so they're not so obvious. That's pretty much how every, you know, toy works as far as combiners. But anyways, flip up the arms, and for now we'll just leave them at the side. I believe they're supposed to be like that. For now, I believe so. Take this chest bit here, if I can grab it. There you go, flip it up, untab them. It's very solid. Actually, you know what? I think we need to move these out of the way because I think they're holding them in place. So take that elbow hinge. Like I said, it's very tight. Yep, I was right. It was holding in place. So get this out of the way. Pretty much just want to transform them back into vehicle mode for the most part, just like halfway. Line up the tabs. There we go. Make sure it's all out of the way. There you go. Flip this out of the way. Get that combiner port going. And let's see. I think you want to have it. You want to have it like this. I haven't seen the instructions for this. I'm kind of just guessing based off of every other toy, but yeah, we'll put the arms back like that. And then this is pretty much arm mode, or let's see. It'd be more like this because you need that elbow. But I guess, and because of the way the hips work, it's very awkward to get that bend. But I think it would be like this, because the legs, as you can see, they want to split apart because they're not perfectly even. So that's kind of annoying. But anyways, that's that. Take the hand foot gun and flip out the fingers. There you go. Bring this down. Kind of just line up however you want it. And I believe I have it on proper. Maybe. There you go. No, I don't have it backwards. I'm going to go ahead and do this. There we go. And then, you probably, because you want to have that elbow. So you want it like that. I believe this is how it should go. Yeah, there you go. So there you go. He's got a big old arm. Or maybe if you want, you can have it like that. Really up to you, but I think this would be more practical. You have the elbow. But there is the arm mode. Not a bad arm mode. It's pretty thick, so I could definitely see where you'd want to maybe have it like this. Make it a little less chunky. But it's really up to you. You could still utilize this as an elbow, just not as effectively. You can still move his hips because of those weird joints they have. Maybe that was the point of it. But there you go, there's arm mode. But for me, personally, I prefer leg mode just because that is his, proper mode for G1 accuracy. He usually is a leg. So we're just going to take this and fold up, just pretty much get him back into the rest of vehicle mode, at least as far as the legs go. Get these up, get the tabs in there. And there you go. There you go. And then we just take this bit here, like I said, vehicle mode, and then just flip down the front. That's pretty much it. And there is leg mode. You can either have them like this, which is not bad. That's not a bad looking leg. Or if you want to do more G1 accurate, flip it around. And there's that. So this is a bit more G1 accurate where you have the body showing and you have the car in the back. I do think I like this better because you have the blue here coming about, and I think that would look better with Menasor. But what's interesting is if you look at the instructions, I did look at the instructions for this, they show it off with this being the front of the foot, which I guess is to make it a little different from Superion. That looks kind of dumb, so I would suggest using it like this. Personal preference, but I say do this. But again, if you want, you can do this. But that's just me. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe to my channel, as well as follow me on Tumblr and Twitter at Mckation, and Instagram at MechasOfIronHeart. You can find all my pictures, recent purchases, who's making what's coming out, good stuff like that and more. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Until next time,